Hello. Welcome to Cash Stash TV, your trusted channel for all things finance and entrepreneurship. Today, we're going to delve into how the semiconductor crisis is affecting industries across the globe, disrupting the production of vital goods and hindering economic growth. Let's explore. Would you like to learn more about what semiconductors are and the challenges they present? Let's dive in. The shortage of these essential components, which are crucial for manufacturing electronic devices, automobiles, household appliances, and medical equipment, has forced industry giants to scale back or even halt their production lines, causing ripple effects across markets and supply chains. But the question remains, what triggered this crisis, and why is it escalating so significantly? To fully grasp the scale of this issue, it's vital to understand what semiconductors are and their importance to the global economy. Semiconductors are materials that can either conduct or block electricity under certain conditions. This unique property enables them to serve as the foundation for microchips, the brains that power virtually all electronic devices in modern life. From smartphones, computers, and gaming consoles to cars with automated systems and smart home appliances, our reliance on these components has grown exponentially. The semiconductor crisis began to unfold in 2020 with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, which drove an unexpected surge in demand for electronic devices due to remote working, online education, and home entertainment. At the same time, semiconductor factories were forced to reduce their production capacities due to health restrictions. This mismatch between supply and demand worsened the situation. Furthermore, the trade war between the United States and China, global logistical challenges, and extreme weather events affecting production facilities have added strain to an already critical situation. The automotive and technology industries have been particularly affected by this shortage. Major companies such as General Motors, Ford, and Volkswagen have had to halt vehicle production due to a lack of chips, while electronics manufacturers like Apple and Samsung have reported delays in their most highly anticipated products. This shortage has exposed the vulnerabilities of global supply chains and underscored the world's dependence on a handful of semiconductor manufacturers, primarily located in Taiwan and South Korea. In an increasingly digital world, the semiconductor crisis is not merely a temporary disruption, it threatens the global economy and raises questions about the technological security of nations. While governments and businesses are working on long-term solutions, such as diversifying production and building local factories, the outlook remains uncertain, and the repercussions of this crisis could be felt for years to come. The engine of the digital economy. We live in an era of technological dependence, and microchips are at the core of that technology. The current semiconductor crisis, which began during the COVID-19 pandemic due to factory closures and a surge in demand for electronic devices, has jeopardized strategic sectors such as automotive, consumer electronics, and industrial production. A challenge for the industry. The pandemic increased demand for computers, smartphones, and gaming consoles as millions turned to remote work and digital entertainment. According to consulting firm IDC, computer sales in the first quarter of 2021 grew by 55% compared to the same period the previous year. This boom was accompanied by the growth of sectors like electric vehicles, which require a significant number of semiconductors to function. Meanwhile, the automotive industry, in the midst of post-pandemic recovery, saw chip shortages hamper its ability to produce both traditional and electric vehicles, slowing assembly lines. The global dimension of the semiconductor shortage, a problem that transcends borders. The semiconductor shortage has become a global crisis, affecting multiple economic sectors and regions. What began as a temporary production disruption caused by the pandemic has evolved into a prolonged bottleneck, significantly impacting key industries such as automotive, consumer electronics, and technology. Microchip factories are primarily concentrated in Asia, with Taiwan, South Korea, and China leading global production. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, for instance, is the world's largest semiconductor manufacturer, and any disruption to its operations greatly impacts the global supply chain. Post-pandemic, escalating geopolitical tensions between the United States and China have worsened the crisis. US restrictions on exporting advanced technology to China, including semiconductor manufacturing tools, have further strained access to these critical components. The Biden administration, by inconsistently tightening trade and technology policies against China without a cohesive plan, aimed to limit China's development of advanced technology. However, this move has endangered global supply chains. This geopolitical rivalry has forced companies to reconsider their supply sources and diversify production. The shortage effects have been felt globally. Automakers have reduced or halted production due to chip shortages, leading to decreased vehicle supply and rising prices. The semiconductor crisis has highlighted the vulnerability of global supply chains and the risks of relying heavily on a single region for critical components. As a result, countries like the United States and the European Union are reassessing their manufacturing strategies, investing in local semiconductor production to reduce dependence on Asia. Initiatives to solve the shortage. Governments and major companies are taking action. For example, Intel has announced a $20 billion investment to build 2 new chip factories in Arizona, USA. However, once again, the West is late to the game. Given the complexity of chip manufacturing, these solutions will take years to yield results, indicating that the crisis will persist in the short to medium term. Beyond technology, impact on the global economy. This crisis extends beyond the technology sector. Its impact has far-reaching consequences for global trade, industrial production, and innovation. If the crisis continues, we may face a scenario where the lack of these small yet vital components hampers global digitalization, affecting both businesses and consumers. In summary, the semiconductor crisis has starkly exposed the fragilities of global supply chains in a highly digitalized economy. These tiny chips, invisible to the average consumer but essential for the operation of everyday devices, have become the technological backbone of a modern economy reliant on automation, connectivity, and data processing. Their shortage threatens not only technological production but also the stability of key industries, including automotive, telecommunications, and consumer electronics. While governments and businesses are beginning efforts to bolster local production and diversify manufacturing, long-term solutions will take time to materialize. New factory projects and robust industrial policies, such as plans in the US and Europe to encourage domestic production, will take years to alleviate the pressure. In the meantime, the immediate challenge is mitigating the bottleneck's effects. Left unresolved, this issue could slow global economic growth in the years ahead. Geopolitical competition, trade tensions, and the growing demand for technology only add complexity to a problem that demands global cooperation and strategic vision. Ultimately, the uncertainty surrounding semiconductors reflects a broader structural challenge: how to adapt to a globalized and technologically dependent economy amid an increasingly unpredictable environment. Thanks for watching Cash Stash TV. If you found this content helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video. Cheers!